Okay, I'm going to start our today's lesson. I hope everyone hear me. Silsila, can you hear me? Silsila, Mariam, Balki, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I hear you.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, after a long time. Actually, I was busy with my works and studies.
Yes, sir, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so after a long time, actually, I was busy with my works and my study. Inshallah, from today, I'll be continue my class according to our course module. Today is our basic computer class number 8, and let's see what we have already done. We have already done our Windows 10 setting, time and setting, then new folder, file explorer, then taskbar, then control panel, then how to set up Windows 10, then hard disk partition. I hope everyone cleared those topics. Any question about those topics, students? That we have already done those topics? Or if you are missing anything, please go to my YouTube channel and check my previous lesson. Then you will understand. Any question about those topics, students?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. Then in this class, today's class, we will learn about computers hardware. Computer hardware means that we use desktop or laptop. As usual, most of the people use laptop, and and others people use desktop. That means PC, personal computer, and laptop. As official user use a laptop, and the most powerful is desktop computer. In this desktop computer, there are more types of hardware used than we call it computer like PC. The first one is motherboard, most important hardware for computer. This is the oldest motherboard. The first one is, and the second one is modern, like this is expensive motherboard, and this is the lowest price motherboard. In this motherboard, we'll see this is the processor slot that we input this slot. There point we input processor like this. This is the processor slot. Then we see this type of slot. This those slots for RAM, random access memory, which is another hardware. Then we'll see, let me zoom this. Let me start this slot for this slot for processor. Then we'll see this those slot for RAM. We will install RAM on those slot. This is same. The first one is for processor, we input. Then the next one, let me change. Then the next one, next slot for RAM, random access memory. We will see RAM after few minutes. Then we'll see this is battery. This is BIOS battery. This battery save your computer date, computer times when you shut down your computer. Look, this is same, but this is more. This is modern motherboard, and this is the oldest motherboard. Then we will see this type of slot. Look, there are 4 types of slot, 4 types of port at least. Let's zoom it. There are 4 types of port. Those port per SATA cable. SATA means when we use hard disk, SSD, then we should connect our hard disk and SSD with our motherboard. Then we are able to use our SSD or hard disk in our computer. This is the port we connect our SSD or hard disk. This is similar. Look, there are this is similar. This is the port of our to connect our this is there are same port. Those port we are able to connect our hard disk or SSD. Same, those port are same. And there we see this type of port. This ports we will able to connect with this port to our power supply. That the power supply is most important thing. We will see after few minutes what is power supply. This is this port will helping you to connect power supply with our motherboard. Then same as this port. Look, both are same. This port and this port is same. This is just modern motherboard. We will see this motherboard has advanced feature, and this is our oldest motherboard they are not able to have advanced feature. Then we will see this port. This port is able to connect our CPU cooler with our motherboard. When we use our processor more than 1 and 2 hours, it will be heat. Then the CPU cooler will help to cool this this processor. And then see some types of port. There are some types of ports also there. There are also some types of port. We will see these ports were there. Look, ports. The first one is USB port to USB port, USB 3.0. And the next one is our oldest. This is a port. This is port for mouse or keyboard connected port. Actually, I'm not remember this port name, but in 2010 2011 when we use our mouse and keyboard, we will connect our mouse or keyboard with this port. But right now we use USB for connecting our mouse and keyboard. That's it. Then the next one is BGA cable. It helps us to connect our monitor with our with PC. And the next one is maybe this is for printer connection. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not using this port yet. That's why maybe this is for printer connection. Then we have another. We have also USB connection port. Then we have also a USB connection port. Maybe this first one is USB 2.0 and this is USB 3.0. 2.0 and 3.0 means it's indicate that USB speed. 3.0 is most this speed more than 2.0 is best more than 2.0. And the next one, this is Ethernet port. If you use PC, you have this port, and this is the most important port, Ethernet port, that you are able to connect your Wi-Fi cable with this port. And the next one is input output port, your speaker. uh, because this ports for PC, because when you use PC, you don't have your building speaker, but if you use laptop, you have your building PC, building speaker. That's why if you use a PC, this port will help you to connect your microphone, your speaker. That's it. Any question, students?
No, sir. Not now.
Okay.
No, sir. Thanks. Continue.
Okay. This ports and this port is same. This is the clear picture. That's it. This ports and this port, it's same. Let's see. Look, this is our CPU processor installed port, installed slot that we are able to see clearly in this picture. Okay. Then another picture. Look, this is the another picture of motherboard. Let me recap again. Okay, let's see. This is our port that I'm already talking about. This port, USB port, and this is HDMI port. Let me check. Oh, this motherboard don't have HDMI port. Okay. Then this one is USB port. Then this one is USB port, and this one is Ethernet port. Look, this motherboard is more expensive. That's why this mother have something special looking. That's it. Then this is our processor slot, and those are our RAM slot. Then this is our power supply connection port. Then those are our HDD SATA port for HDD, and this port is not able in our old motherboard, because this is the NVMe or M.2 SSD port. We will see few moments later what is SSD, what is NVMe port. Don't worry about this port, we will see. That's it. This is similar. Look, USB port, and HDMI port, then two USB port, then first one is Ethernet port, then this is for input output connection port. This is our most important port, which ports we are able to install our processor. Then this is our RAM slot. Then this port we are able to connect our power supply with motherboard. Then those ports are for SSD connection. Look, this motherboard don't have this type of ports, because this is not upgradable motherboard. This is upgrade motherboard. That's why this motherboard have NVMe or M.2 slot. Let me zoom. Then we are able to see. Look, this is slot. This motherboard has this type of slot, but this motherboard don't have this type of slot. Okay, that's our motherboard. Any question about motherboards that you are not able to understand, students? Any question about motherboards?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay, let's talk.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, let's talk about processor, the most important thing, processor. Any question, Yusuf Jai? Athal, any question?
No questions,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Okay. Then processor is most important important hardware for our computer, because when you're working like I'm changing tab there and there, this is actually this system this working with processor. Actually processor, every time processor when we work several time, a processor work several time. This is the most important for every works controls processor. Also RAM, but processor is the main point for our computer. Then processor, actually two types of processor we use, like AMD and Intel. AMD is a company and Intel is another company. Those company provide us processor, especially for gaming user. They are most of the gaming user use AMD processor, and most of the professional like designer and official workers use Intel processor, because sometimes some generation is more more powerful from Intel, and some Intel processor is more powerful from AMD. That's why they are using these two types of processor. Let's see, this is AMD. The first picture is AMD and the second one is Intel. There are two difference. Look, this backside, if we see this AMD processor backside, we are able to see this type of interface, and if we are see this Intel processor backside, we are able to see this type of interface. That if we are able to mark our processor according to their backside. Look, this backside and this backside is not similar. That's why when you're going to buy new motherboard, the shopkeeper ask you this which type of motherboard you want to buy. There are two types of motherboard. One type for Intel user, Intel processor based motherboard, and the second one is AMD Ryzen based motherboard. Let's see. Look, this motherboard for Intel user. If you buy this this motherboard, you are able to install only Intel motherboard, only Intel processor, and this is same. If you buy this motherboard, you are only able to install Intel processor. You are not able to install AMD processor. That's why when you're going to buy new motherboard, you must decide that which type of motherboard you want to buy. That's it. Look, this also we have also we are able to mark motherboard types. Look, the front side there are right Intel Core i5 10400. Then there is SKU number, then the clock speed, and same as this processor and this processor is same. The Intel Core i5, if you want to buy if you buy Intel Core i5 processor, your friend buy AMD Ryzen 5, both are same. Both company is not same, but both performance almost same. Then AMD 3600, then their company logo, then something. That's it. Let's see how to mark their names. The first one is Intel. The first one is brand name. First one is brand name Intel. Then i7 is the brand modifier. Then i5 is the brand modifier, like Intel processor start from Intel dual core, Intel Celeron, then dual core, then Core i3, Core i5, Core i9, Core i11. And AMD same as AMD Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, Ryzen 8. That's it. But there have also generation. Look, the first one is Intel Core i7, and i7 is brand modifier. If and the 6 is generation, and the 700 number is SKU number, and K is product line suffix. And there are also AMD. The first one is company name, then Ryzen is brand name, then CPU family, like Core i7 is Core i5. That's it. CPU family, this is number, and the 3 is generation name, CPU generation name, and there 6 is CPU generation name, and the 6 is performance level. Like there are more types of performance levels, 5, 4, 6, 7, 9. Then the 6 is performance level, and the 00 is SKU number. Then the power suffix number, power suffix is X, and for Intel, K is the power suffix word. That's it. Any question, students?
No questions, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
No thanks.
Okay, that's it. We have if you want to buy computer or laptop, we must decide which type of processor based we want to buy motherboard. If you want to use Intel processor, you must buy Intel based motherboard processor. And if you want to buy AMD type processor, you must buy AMD based motherboard. That's it. Okay, let's move our next hardware. RAM is another important hardware for our computer or laptops. This is RAM, random access memory. Look, this is the oldest RAM, maybe 2000, 2008, 2003, 2006. Those year this type of RAM is most famous. But right now we are see this type of RGB, red, green, blue types RAM. This is more expensive RAM. But RAM has types, like according to their speed, like DDR. Look, there is a list: DDR, DDR2, DDR3, DDR3. As CPU supported. Look, when we want to install our, let me move. Look, this is our Intel based motherboard. When we install this is our RAM port. When we install our RAM, we must want to know which type of RAM support in this motherboard. If you buy DDR3 RAM and then install in your laptop, then if you're not able to see your computer screen, that means your motherboard are not able to support DDR3 RAM. Then that's why you must make sure this which type of RAM support in your motherboard. If your motherboard support DDR2 RAM, you must install DDR2 RAM in your motherboard. That's it. Understand everyone about this issue?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. Actually, always you must focus on your motherboard. Which type of processor your motherboard support, which type of RAM your motherboard support. Then you are able to buy this type of RAM, this type of this type of CPU, this type of processor. That's it. The most important is motherboard. If you buy a most expensive motherboard, then you are able to install any types of RAM in your motherboard. The big issue is CPU. The big issue is processor. That's it. There are, look, this is DDR4 RAM, because this is sticker have DDR4. That's it. Then there are types: DDR type, PC2100, speed 266 mHz. Then there are also bus speed. Look, your processor have three types of speed: read, write, and execute. Read means when you work this, it will be your RAM will be read, and your RAM working like that. When you look, I'm opening a new window, a new tab. This information processor able to
understand that my user wants to open new tab. Then processor work quickly for my according to my response. My processor work quickly. The first one is my commands takes my RAM, then my RAM also send this command to my processor. Then processor understand that my user wants to open this tab. Then I am able to do my work easily. So the first one is RAM. Firstly RAM accept my command, then this command RAM send my CPU, my processor, then processor do my works. That's it. Understand, everyone? This thing how it works. Hello?
Yes, sir. We understood.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see about storage. In for computer storage, we are use HDD, the most common storage storage. HDD, then SSD, M.2, and NVMe. HDD, that means hard disk. Hard disk is from 2008 2007 is the most famous storage was hard disk, but right now most of the user use NVMe or M.2. Okay, let's see hard disk. What is hard disk? Look, there are two interface. The first one is HDD interface, inside interface, and the second one is SSD, solid state drive. Look, this hard disks have a disk like DVD disk. When we open some file, something, this disk will be rounded. This will be rounded. Then hard disk able to first, when we click like when we open something new, file explorer, when we open, then this time this takes rounded, and then some after few minutes this hard disks are able to understand that my user wants to open this file explorer. But if you use SSD, this SSD do not have any DVD discs like this. When you click this, it will be easily and with few seconds it will be understand that my user wants to open file explorer, then it will work too much fast more than HDD. That's why people from right now people are not use this HDD, people use this SSD because the SSD is more faster than HDD. Then we will see this picture. This is the SATA SSD M.2. This is more powerful and most fastest storage device more than SSD. This is SATA SSD M.2. This is more faster. This is faster more than SSD. Then we will see something similar that NVMe. Look, first one is M.2 and the second one is M.2 NVMe. Let me close this. Let me zoom this. Okay, the first one is M.2 SATA and second one is M.2 NVMe. Look, this interface, this type of interface, and for NVMe this type of interface. NVMe is more faster more than M.2. So first one is HDD, then the second one is second faster more than faster SSD. SSD is faster more than this HDD. Then M.2 is faster more than SSD, this device. Then NVMe is faster more than M.2. So that's why we are able to see where is our motherboard. Look, that's why we are able to see our modern motherboard, this type of port. This port for NVMe or M.2, if you buy this motherboard, you are able to faster storage, which one is NVMe or M.2. So you also focus on your motherboard. For that, your motherboard are able to support NVMe or M.2. If your motherboard able to support NVMe or M.2, then you are able to install NVMe or M.2 in your motherboard. Then you are able to use more faster. You are able to do your works quickly. That's it. But if you don't have this port, so you must use SSD. I always prefer you to use SSD, not HDD. If you use SSD, your performance will be greater, most greater more than HDD. So I will prefer you to use SSD and stop using HDD. That's it. Any question, students?
No question, sir.
Okay. You can also
No, sir, thanks.
okay. You can also install a SSD in your laptop. If your laptop motherboard support SSD, you are able to install SSD. Actually, most of the laptops support SSD because HDD port. This is the HDD port, and this is two ports. One for first one for power cable for power, and the second one is SATA cable. Look, those port is same. This port and this port is same. So if your laptop going to slow down, please upgrade your SSD. please use HDD. If you use SSD, your laptop performs better. So if you have any issue with slowdown, please remove your HDD and use SSD. But if your motherboard have support this type of type of slot that we already see in our motherboard, please upgrade with M.2. That's it. Okay, look, there is a picture for performance. A SATA HDD user, their speed only 175, SATA SSD 553, and M.2 3539. So I hope you understand the speed, read write speed, read speed, write speed, read write. I hope you understand which is better. So you must upgrade your storage with SSD. But if support M.2, if your motherboard have M.2 slot, upgrade M.2. This is 3500 and this HDD only 175. Okay. Any question, students?
No question, sir. Thanks.
Okay, let's move. Graphics card.
No, sir.
Okay. Graphics card is most another not important, but if you are a gamer, if you are a graphics designer, this hardware is more important. Look, this is graphics driver. This is oldest graphics driver. We have also a slot for install this graphics driver in our motherboard. This is then this port is HDMI, and the next one is for a printer, maybe, I'm not sure. Then this is more expensive graphics card, GeForce GTX 1000, and the next one is more expensive, another expensive graphics card. This is the cooler, CPU cooler, motherboard graphics card cooler. Okay, let's see power supply, the most important hardware for our computer. Look, this is power supply. This is not strong, this is simple power supply, but this is more expensive power supply. This is power port, this on off switch, that's it. There are also expensive power supply. This port that I'm talking about first time, this port will be connected. This port will be help to connect our power supply with our motherboard. Another expensive power supply, another expensive power supply. Those cable are able to connect power supply, helping us to connect power supply in our motherboard. That's it. CPU cooler, that this is CPU cooler. When we install processor in our motherboard, above this processor we use this type of CPU cooler for cooling our CPU. This is another expensive CPU cooler. Then another cooler, this is RGB CPU cooler, most expensive. Look, under this cooler we install the CPU. Then we install above this CPU, above this processor we install this CPU cooler. It's help us to cool our CPU, our processor. Look, it's connect with this port that I already talking about. This port are able to connect this cooler. Okay, let's see some inside our PC. Let's mark look, first one is power supply. This is power supply. This is graphics card, and this is RAM slot, and this is CPU cooler. Under this cooler we install processor. Then this is power cable connection that we connect our power supply with motherboard. Then there are also cable. Those cable connect our front end, like front end USB cables, because in front we have three types of USB port, and two types of input output connection. Then also in front panel we have also our power switch. Look, this is connected, and USB port connection. That's it. Let's see another, then we will be understand easily. Look, this picture: PSU, power supply unit, CPU, RAM, fan, then this is motherboard, then video card and graphics card. It's same, someone call it video card. Then hard drive, HDD. Then hard drive connection, SATA port. This is called SATA port. That's it. Let's see another PC. Look, this inside. This is CPU cooler. Our BIOS. This is our BIOS battery. Then we see our motherboard, our RAM slot. Then we also see cooling fan. Look, cooling fan. That's it. This is this PC is modern. This PC is modern and more expensive PC. Look, RGB setup, RGB. This is graphics card. This is cooler. This is cooler. That's it. This is CPU cooler. This is 1 2 3 4 RAM. Then RGB cooler 1 2 3 4 5 6. This user use 6 types of RGB cooler for cooling his or her PC. That's it. So, any question, students, about PC hardware? Any question, students?
No, sir, thanks.
Okay. Let's see our laptop inside. What is this? Look, this is motherboard, laptop motherboard, and this is CPU cooler. Maybe this is slot for processor. Then this slot, there is a slot for HDD connection. Let's see this picture, then we are able to understand. Look, this is CPU cooler, this is processor, this is laptop motherboard, not desktop motherboard, not PC motherboard. This is laptop motherboard. If you open your motherboard caching, then you will see this type of interface. Then this is our laptop RAM. This is small, 1 RAM, 2 RAM, that's it. And this is this port for our for HDD or SATA connect or SSD connected port. This case, we laptop user install SATA, SSD or HDD, and this is DVD-ROM. That's it. Or when you open your caching, you will see this type of an interface in your laptop. Look, look, this laptop has NVMe port. That's why this laptop user able to install this NVMe or M.2. This laptop user also install SSD. So this user using his laptop faster. So I'm prefer you, if you have SSD, if you have this type of ports, please upgrade your laptop with NVMe or M.2, or otherwise if you don't have, just remove your HDD and install SSD in your HDD port. Look, this is RAM cooler, CPU cooler. That's it. So okay, that's it, our hardware class. Any question, students, about today's topic, hardware topic? Any question, students? Our time's up.
No question, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question you.
Okay, Cecilia. Okay, tell me.
Do you hear me?
Yes. Please ask me. Hello? Who was that? Hello? Hello? Okay, how about others? Any question? Because I have another class after 30 minutes.
No, sir, thanks. We don't have a question.
No, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks everyone for joining to this class. Assalamualaikum and Allah Hafiz.